Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are working on pages, I want to say it's 11 and 12. Yeah, I think it's 11 and 12. I just finished 9 and 10. Sorry, I'm trying to get my bearings on here. And 10 was Deck the Hall, so I have a full page photo that this will be adhered to. So yeah, so what I'm noticing so far is my album's getting chunky. B, I have been doing a lot of 2-page inserts, and I'm continuing to do a 2-page insert because I think like my comfort zone lately with my storytelling has always been like the big full page paper, and then having like the page protector with some of the journaling cards that usually are offered in Allie Edwards' kit or something of the sort. So I just find it very natural for me to come back to this because I've been pretty much doing this formula all year long. So this is 11 and 12. So I guess my point is, like, going forward after 12, I need to figure out some ways to just have a few one-sided spreads in order to consolidate some of the bulk that may be occurring, because I did not buy 2 albums this year. I only bought one. I've always only done 1 album. So I don't want to become in that quicksand where it goes into 2. It's just not my style. I don't have enough room. So I like having 1 year for 1 book on my shelf. So that's where we're at. So we got to work together. But for today's layout, sorry. This side, so this, so it's number 10 is over here. It's a full page photo. This will be on the back side of it. We are going with a page protector that has 2 3x4s and 1 4x6. So we had a birthday party on the 11th to go to. It was Noah's, and go figure, my nephew Noah, I didn't take a picture with him. Like, it was at a bowling party too, like Valentina's was. And I never got to steal him away for a photo real quick. And then when we were singing happy birthday, which we usually do, and I had all the cousins together, I had these 2 little bits standing on a chair to still be taller because Noah is 7. So like they couldn't be in the front and with the table and be seen. So then I had them on a chair and I was standing behind them to make sure they don't fall. And usually, hence I'm a memory keeper, I'm the one that takes all the photos. So I don't even have the group shot. I mean, I probably could get my cousin to send me something, but I just have of the girls. So this is my niece Luciana and Valentina, and they're 8 months apart. So when they get together, they're just the cutest little thing. So I have these 2 3x4s that will go in these pockets here. And this is not necessarily a Christmassy story, but I definitely want to take the moment to appreciate their relationship for this layout. And then I have printed, so on Starbucks, it's starbucks.com or Starbucks Facebook group, they had released the coffee cup files, when they released. I forgot what I was trying to say. And so I've printed them all on photo paper. And so I have all of these kind of like 3x4 photos. And so I wanted to use one. And this one I definitely love, but I feel like it needs to be vertical so you can see that tree pattern. This one is definitely good horizontally. This one is too, but I just thought this one because I can add in the most color real quick with it. So we're just doing that. So we're going to just have it simple like this, with possibly a flip to have the journaling. And then on the opposite side, we'll have our holiday photo shoot. So this will be the full page. Again, I have the 2 3x4s. And then I have these 2 cards from the December Stories by the Month. And so I'm kind of liking adding this here, but I also kind of like having it here. And then having a flip here with all of these. So these 2 are going to be fairly simple. I just have to figure out some of the numbers and where the journaling is going to be and any embellishing that I'm going to do for these. So let's get started.
Okay, let's get started on this layout. So this turned out to be really fun for both of them, and I realized that they're both two double spreads again, but it was fun to do them, especially for telling the story of like cousin and family time. So I just made sure that the two photos lined up perfectly with the one behind it, and that way I was able to know A, where the holes would be, and then B, where to kind of do a cluster of embellishments. Now I considered doing ribbon in between the adhering of the photos together, but then I was just kind of thinking that makes it bulky, so let me just add it on the outside of the photo if I so choose to at the end. I had the whole idea of doing a lot of trim in my book, but right now with all the initial photo taking of my projects and stuff, the trim is not there because I'm trying to see at the end how chunky my album's gonna be and if all of the pom-pom trim and stuff will be needed as like decorative elements at the end. So we'll just see on that one. So stay tuned on the final flip through to see if I add in all the trim that I thought I would this year. So this fa la la fit perfectly, I thought, into this card. Like I said, it was from the December Stories by the Month, and I do want to have Miguel's voice in my book once again. So I'm going to have him fill out that journal card afterwards. I'm just going to figure out the flap in the meantime. So once I go back to this one, I thought I was going to use all of these Heidi Swap banners. You saw me in the haul have these. These were from Tuesday morning, and they're an old Heidi Swap collection of these banners. And I always thought like whenever I could use them, I wanted to use them like all if possible. But this one right here definitely piqued my interest because it was curved, it was black and white, and it didn't compete with the red and green. And I already had printed all my photos in black and white anyway, so I was like going through my entire collection of like Christmas stickers to see if I can get some phrase or some thicker or something that could be on the bottom part of this. So then I have my collection of ephemera bits from the Vicky Bouton Evergreen Holly collection, and I picked out the like poinsettia that has like a holly like branches and I think just the poinsettia leaves, and that one worked out good to occupy enough of that space. I also found, you see it on my hand right there, like this coin that has the 11 on it, and it's from an old collection from the dollar spot at Target, believe it or not. They used to offer some stationery all the time. Remember back in the day when Target used to have the best like planner supplies, like post-it notes and stuff in the dollar section or the bullseye section? Whatever happened to that? Because that's when I had these. And I know I have like a Tupperware full of like old post-its from Target Dollar Spot from Planner. I probably could sell them and make boku money on it, but you know, I just have them. So I thought this Merry Memories in red worked out well on this card, and I put it on the card. I was thinking about putting it outside the page protector just to have some tactile feeling, but in the end I just put it on the 4x6 itself. That way it was in the protector and could last throughout the years instead of possibly falling off if I didn't add extra adhesive. So here I am making my cluster on the photo, and it turns out fantastic. Like the poinsettia is like my favorite holiday flower. I am a flower person, and it just looks so good with the 11, and then the pom-pom trim will be added later. But I do consider adding that trim on the opposite side, but I eventually take it off.
Okay, so for on this side, we've already managed this side, and I realized late that the slit's not on this side in order to make it a flap. So what I've had to do already, and I did it off camera just because I needed to figure it out, I took my X-Acto knife and did like a 2-inch slit on the top of this side's card in order to make a little opening, because it's not open on this side. And I didn't want to do the whole length of it because then I thought the page protector would be very weak with only its joints being on the very sides. So just did a 2-inch slit. I have a piece of vellum that I've cut into in half. It was probably like a 1-inch strip. And what I've done is I'm going to make this one the flap. So I'll put it between this and this, the joint, and then this and this will adhere to that vellum piece. And that's how it'll be hinged. So we're just gonna attach it to this part at least for now, and that way once I do the journaling, because once I attach it, it can't come out. So, and the reason why is because I want my husband's voice to be here on 3 things he wants to remember for 2022. And so I want his voice in here. So like I said, we will attach this into between these and sandwich it and have it ready to go in there once I have him write. So let's finish up this page.
I hope that was explained enough to kind of make this like extra hinge on the back side of this page protector. So here I am just kind of making sure I adhere it properly, and that way it is good to go with the inside photo as well. And that way all I have to do is attach the vellum to the inside card once Miguel writes on it. So on this side I I have these vellum words with gold foil from Elle Studio, and the word love worked perfectly with the number 12 from the chipboard collection from Ali Edwards. And I used my tiny attacher to attach it all. And here I am making an envelope by breaking down the envelope it comes with to make one for the back page.
That will finish up days 11 and 12 in my album. I went ahead and adhered it to the back of this photo, and I think off camera I added just the Good Cheer is a thicker, and then definitely adhered this little chipboard here that was from an old Target dollar spot collection, but the colors worked perfectly with this layout. I had thought I was going to do a tag of some sort or a flip, and what I decided to do was just take this Elle Studio card and I just have it tucked behind here as the journaling, and I'm okay with the little kind of gingerbread coffee and candy cane sticking out. It actually looks really cute there, and that is the journaling for this story. Then when we flip over to number 12, and this has to see, I always probably have to put it in specifically, but once the flap is in there, this won't happen. So this has a little bit more maneuvering to do, only because I want Miguel's journaling here, and he is not here at the moment to write in there. So this will be here. You saw me do the flip, in which that will be adhered right in there. And then I feel like I'm going to add this flare here that says Season's Greetings right on that little area. Love how this turned out, and layered it with here. And then what I did also is make an envelope. I took apart the envelope it came with and then just made it out of this gorgeous paper that I needed to utilize in my book. The black and white check is from Hobby Lobby, and then this little leather pleather piece, Still Merry and Bright, is from the Ali Edwards main kit. And I just want it a little bit sticky, so I keep on kind of touching it to take it out. And then this is where my holiday card will be living in for this envelope. So these already went out, and this year we sent out 60 cards between friends, family, and work relationships. Okay, and so that will wrap up number 12. I still have, I have to do my gratitude for that day. And so this was all of the strips from the kit. I don't know if I showed this yet. And so I'm writing down gratitude as it comes, and then this will be the story 25 in between, like Christmas Day photos, all the things we were grateful for throughout the month. And that will rest on this side. So I've loved doing two stories per video. Hope it's been enjoyable for you and that you're able to document your stories. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. If you are my regular subscribers, hello. Thank you always for watching and for commenting. I truly appreciate it. And I will be continuing on, because this sort of thing, doing videos for it, keeps me accountable so that I can finish within the month of December. Give this video a thumbs up if you can. Until next time, everyone. Bye.